martial arts path. So there are 5 things that I want to talk to you about when it comes to self-defense. 5 things that you should really consider and that you should really know when you're looking for a teacher. These are super important. First, you're gonna get hit. I'm sorry to tell you, if anyone, any teacher, anybody tells you they can teach you self-defense and you're never gonna get hit, they're full of crap. Because unfortunately, you have to pressure test. You might get bruises, you might get sprains. You're going to have to see what even a moderate speed punch looks like when it comes at you. But it's not something to be afraid of. That's not something to run away from. Actually, it really makes you feel powerful overall. When you get used to objects moving at a certain speed towards your body or face, and you learn how to deal with those things, it gives you a sense of empowerment that you won't find anywhere else. So the second thing that you need to know is that gaining confidence and power is not an automatic thing, okay? You have to earn it, you have to work at it, but it can be there. So when you first start, you're not gonna be confident in your movements, you're not gonna be confident in your body, your hits are gonna be light, and if you do hit with power, it won't have much technique sometimes. You might throw yourself off balance, but all of that comes with time. You earn it. It's okay. Keep going. Another thing that you need to know, which actually ended up being the most important thing for me, at least so far in my journey, is embracing my dark side.
Embracing my dark side. Who am I going to smash today?
We tend to think that that's for the criminals, that's for the violent people, that's for the sociopaths. But there is a sense of darkness in us, a capability that we have, that it actually is very empowering to embrace that and to have the knowledge that you are capable of doing damage, but you choose not to. And I ran away from that for a very long time. I told myself, no, Nicole, you're not capable of hurting people. That's why you're trying to do self-defense. That's why you're trying to learn martial arts, because you don't want to hurt people. But I was denying my ability to hurt people. And I held myself back. I pulled my punches literally and figuratively. So you have to embrace that darkness, that capability that you have to do damage to others. If you train yourself to always stop right before you hit the person, when you need that strike, it won't be there. You'll always pull back, and that's putting yourself in more danger than if you just ran away or didn't actually engage with the person. If you tell yourself you can do something that you can't actually do because you've never actually done it. So embracing the side of you that is able to hurt someone and learning to control that is something that not everyone tells people when it comes to self-defense.
Like, oh, you can be timid and you can still, beat people up.
It's not necessarily true in the sense of, if you are timid, you won't be willing to do what it takes to defend yourself if the time ever comes for that. And if you never even have to defend yourself, honestly, knowing your capabilities makes you a more confident and more whole person. And so on the path of learning that, it actually completes you. The next thing that you need to know about self-defense is you get out of it what you put into it. It's not something that is going to magically, I learned how to punch and now I can defeat any person who tries to rob me or whatever it might be. It doesn't really work like that. And so when people tell you things like, oh, if somebody attacks me, my adrenaline's gonna kick in and I'm just gonna become a superhero.
And I'm just gonna become a
superhero. It doesn't really work like that. You have a very small percentage of people in the population that might actually be able to do something. But majority of us, we're not going to have that response that we think we're going to have. So you have to put time into it. You have to put it in for you to get it back out. The last thing we're going to talk about today is there are no guarantees. If someone tells you that they're going to teach you a technique that defeats all other techniques, they're full of crap. Guess why? Because if that was true, then that would be the only technique people would practice. If there was only one way to punch or one way to kick that defeated all other punches and kicks, then everyone would do that. If you notice MMA and other fighters, they don't all have the same technique and they don't all have the same strategy. They might have similarities in their fighting, but no one has one perfect thing that defeats all things. So there are no guarantees. What self-defense is about is increasing your odds. Martial arts is about increasing your odds. So someone who has no technique, no style, no background is going to have a less chance of diffusing or avoiding a confrontation or surviving a confrontation than a person who has some kind of skill. And that's what it really is about. You're not going to go in anywhere and find the magical pill that fixes everything. And if someone tells you that, walk out immediately, because that's not how it works. However, you do increase your odds. And in life right now, everything is about better odds, okay? So those are my 5 things about self-defense that I just wanted to share. I hope it helps. I'm hoping to have a series coming up of body mechanics and things like that for self-defense, and how, honestly, Tai Chi kind of helps that, melds that, because I am working on my fusion of my self-defense classes with Tai Chi, which is a meditative fluid kind of movement. And I know that somewhere in there is just a set of principles of movement. And I want to meld those together for myself in my body. And not saying that some people are like, Tai Chi can be a self-defense. It can be. Yes, fine. However, it has not been my experience that that is as easy a transition as people think it is. And so that's another argument for another time. Go see some Tai Chi people sparring, getting in fights, and judge for yourself. However, I do think it's possible. Otherwise, it would not have survived as a martial art. And so that's the journey that I'm on, to find that path, because as you'll see in future videos when I start talking about philosophy and what Tai Chi's brought into my life, it's amazing. So if I can use that to defend myself as well, it's gonna be a great journey. All right. So anyways, 5 tips. Enjoy. Sorry I went on a tangent. Next time, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Too much. Bye.